Me and RawrTCG are about to beef. We got beef, brothers. We are beef brothers. Sponsored by Mountain Dew. My name is Happy Tiger Gaming, aka Happy Tiger Butt Cheeks. This is RawrTCG. He likes to sell Pokemon cards and he sells bulk. And I'm reacting to this because I hate bulk.
Bulk is not gonna make you rich, okay? You can't sell bulk for 3 weeks and buy a Lambo.
I don't think there's one person trying to say that selling bulk makes you rich overnight. Most people who sell bulk, most of them are like almost preaching about, it's such a grind. I'm in the grind, bro. You got to do this every night, hours every night. And the reason why most people sell bulk is simply because they already have bulk, because they are players or were players or had previous collections, and they suck at buying. They don't know how to buy low and sell high, and because it's so easy to sell Pokemon right now, they just sell the bulk they have and they say, look how good I am at sales. Well, yeah, selling's the easy part. Pokemon right now is a supply constrained business, so buying low is the hard part.
It comes with a lot of work on your side of sifting, sorting, listing, shipping, and then doing it all over again.
Until you buy one of these. I don't sell bulk, but if I did, I would use a Roka sifter. TCG player approved, lists, sorts, separates, all that fun stuff. I would use one of these because it would free up a lot of time. But a lot of people who sell bulk are just so enamored by the fact that it does take hours. I don't know why.
Bulk isn't going to make you rich overnight, but it will allow you to grow a steady source of revenue that you can reinvest in other ways in your business.
And that's what I want to talk about. It allows you to reinvest. If you're reinvesting in things that are better than bulk, drop out the middleman, the part that's making it slow, the part that takes 5 hours a night. Don't do that part then. And if bulk is the only thing that's profitable, why are you reinvesting in stuff that's not profitable? You see what I'm saying? It's like there's a ceiling with bulk. You can start making money and then it stops because now you're limited by 5 hours a night. You're limited by 70 orders a day and 60 of the 70 are under $10. You hit those constraints in your business, those points where you can't expand beyond it because of what bulk is. It's just such a time sink, and it takes the return on investment is big because you can buy it cheap, congrats, but the return on time is so piss poor. That's why I'm such a hater when it comes to bulk. If your idea is use bulk until you can buy collections, drop out the middleman and buy collections because you have to learn how to do that ROI positive anyway.
I love bulk, okay? It is a foundational piece of my business, but it's very important that you know that bulk is a supplemental thing. It has been something that has just constantly helped bring me a lot of just stability in my business. It allows me to take some risks here and there with buying collections.
If buying collections is risky, it's either ROI positive or not, and if it's not, you shouldn't do it. If it is, then you should always do it and cut out the bulk middleman, right?
Even paying up for collections sometimes because I know that I have bulk to fall back on. It also gave me the courage to start my own rip and ship and build my own website.
Yeah, and I did some research on him and his rip and ship. This seems cool. I love this idea. He built his brand up creating content to the point where he has a fan base who can do that. He can rip and ship to, which is ROI positive. Why are you still spending time doing the bulk thing? I don't understand that at all. I just don't get it. Make me be a believer, RawrTCG.
Because again, I knew that underneath all of these other arms of my businesses I was trying to build and develop, I could always lean and fall back on bulk to always generate some revenue in the background. In business, in life, I like to be as simple as possible. Whatever has the highest return, okay? Whatever is the most profitable thing I can be doing right now in my business, that takes precedent, that takes priority, and then I work my way down that chain. Sometimes bulk is in multiple places. If I have a new bulk lot, there's a lot of promos, there's a lot of playable cards. Sometimes that notches its way up and I need to prioritize getting those cards listed.
If you are gonna do bulk, I would say, yeah, it is in the background. This is what you do when you ran out of other things to sell that actually make sense to sell. Like I may as well do this because I don't have anything else to do right now. But at some point, I think most people expand to the point where I have a lot of stuff to do every day and bulk will always be shoved farther and farther down that priority list where it belongs.
That first week of Strixhaven releasing, I had over 700 orders, pushing to 800 orders. And then since then, I've consistently gotten 35 to 60 orders every day. That is doable for me. And because other things have been stressful and because I've been constantly busy just fulfilling orders, I have not found time to invest in some of those higher returning items. But in my mind, 20 cents and above had always been this kind of floor or ceiling to me that was like, oh, it's just gonna slow down my orders too much.
There's a lot of times where you raise prices and your business, you don't lose any business. In fact, sometimes you even gain business when you raise prices. It's weird. And if you sell on TCG Player in places like this, if you, like, let's say I'm selling sealed product and I have a bunch of singles. Like, let's say I'm doing, this is the only way I think bulk works. I'm selling sealed Pokemon boxes on TCG Player and a bunch of Pokemon bulk, right? If somebody happens to buy a box from me and they're buying a bunch of singles, the shipping will combine where even if, let's say I'm selling singles for $1, somebody else is selling them for 25 cents, it might save them money buying it from me anyway because the combined shipping is less. So I have prices above everybody else and they still prefer to buy from me, even not knowing who I am, nothing to do with my branding, just because of the way combined shipping works. Thinking that you need to be the floor, the very cheapest bulk for it to sell is absolutely wrong. And a lot of people with TCG Player accounts, I think, get that incorrect.
And so I've always avoided it. Well, I made that jump and I did see a decline in orders initially. And I thought, oh, this is like a new normal. Like, people are still purchasing from me at these levels, just not as much. And that's okay. I kind of got used to that new normal. Well, guess what? I'm now averaging more orders in a day than I was with a lower floor price. Like, I can't even fathom or think about if I had a lower floor price right now.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Keep raising prices until people just stop buying the bulk entirely. That's what I'm talking about. Hallelujah, another man who doesn't believe in bulk anymore. It's a miracle.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna increase my floor price to throttle down the number of orders I'm getting. That way it frees up time in the evening to where I'm having to fulfill less orders.
That's so smart because a lot of people will walk into like a local gaming store and they'll be like, wow, you have, I don't know, Prismatic Evolution ETB, and it's almost market price. What, you don't want anybody to buy it? No one's going to buy it at this price. You're a scalper. And then as they're leaving, somebody else rushes in saying, I'll buy it, I'll buy it, I'll buy it. Please sell it to me. Sometimes like stores will raise prices because they don't want to sell it. There's times when they don't want that to turn over that quick. They want to throttle things. Either they can't buy, they're limited in how quickly they can reinvest that money. So why would they need all the cash real fast and then have nothing on the shelves? They actually want to throttle some of the stuff. So there's a lot of times when people want to throttle how much they sell. When you're getting 40 orders, 50 orders, 60 orders a night, it's like, yeah, it makes sense to throttle that because you want to start spending time doing higher leverage activities. Does that make sense?
I have a pretty substantial backlog of higher priority items.
Nice.
So I just recently bought a mid-era collection and I've listed probably like 10% of that collection so far, and
I'm selling probably $13,000, $14,000 collection if you're interested. Anybody?
But like right now, this mid-era vintage stuff is super hot. People are looking at it. People are discovering it for the first time. People are falling in love with these cards and want to collect them. And so right now is the most pivotal time to jump in and to sell some of these items, okay? And so I need time to focus on that.
Obviously, the longer time goes on, things will keep going up in price, but right now is a good time to sell a lot of stuff. Poke Annie had a good video about this. If you wait too long, yeah, it's worth more, but now it takes a lot longer to find a buyer who's willing to pay that price.
Higher floor price, lower number of orders coming in from TCG Player.
Strongman and Pokemon, what a combination this is. Bulk is magical, delete that now.
Now that I'm a little bit older in my business journey, I have more connections and I'm able to buy more English product. I'm buying it from the secondary market. I don't have any like distro access or anything like that, but I have more.
Here's the thing, he should. People who have put this much time and effort into their businesses should have distro by now. I have it. I'm a small fry and I got it because that's the game I played. We glorify things from when we're a kid. So we go to like I don't know, like I went to like a New Dimension Comics and there's Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments and Pokemon tournaments there. And like there was a Hall of Hobbies that I went to when I was even younger, right? Where there was Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments and Pokemon tournaments. Like we glorify, oh man, then we grew up, it's like I want to be a business owner like, I don't know, Sean and Cindy or whoever the people were that owned this store were. But it's like, if you actually look back at all of these places, it's like, wow, every single one, like 99% of them, they weren't making any money and that's why they're not around anymore. So they weren't good at the business aspect. It's like, we glorify it, but then you look at the amount of work people like him, just online sellers, are putting into it. He's probably putting more effort into his business now than people who actively have distro. Distributors just know that these people are more invested because they have the fee of owning the real estate and having to pay that every month. There's a lot of online sellers that like, he should be at the point now where it probably won't be too long before somebody reaches out to him. I'm not saying like I have access to tons and tons of cases of sealed Pokemon. That's not how it works. But like the fact that I literally can order it from distro and get it to my house and then resell it for, there's not even a restriction on the pricing or anything. Literally the fact that I have it, there's people that work harder than me. It shows. And when I say harder, I don't mean leverage wise, but I mean like just the fact that he has 2.5k subscribers, the fact that he goes live to do rip and chips, the fact that he spends hours a day doing bulk. Somebody will reach out to him if he keeps growing on this trajectory, because it's insane. There's a lot of people like DJ's Poke Center, right? How does he not have distro yet? How has someone not reached out to him yet? Some of these guys are just one video away, one email away, whatever it is, man. But a core thing to getting it is to create content, whether we like it or not. That's the game. That's the core piece of it.
What's really difficult to stock right now is just Ascended Heroes. You can't find it anywhere. Prices are escalating all over the place, and so it's very difficult to find Ascended in my area, but I try.
When people like this finally nab a steady supply, or a way to purchase things steadily, their business explodes because they've just perfected everything else. He's perfected selling online. He's perfected, probably near perfection on the rip and ships. He even on his website right here, where is it? I was just on it. He has a reseller's shipping kit for $10. He's selling a kit that maximizes your ability to get to TCG player level 4 faster. This is something, he is solving a problem that a lot of his community who are resellers or who want to be like him, he's solving a problem that they have. He's selling a solution to the problem. The fact that he has offerings this good is proof that he's doing a lot better than these bum-ass card shops that don't really know what they're doing, but they happen to be sitting on old money or whatever, so they can afford the real estate, right? These bum-ass card shops like to knock on online sellers while they're not even profitable. And it's like, you're actually failing in the most important aspect, profitability. It's like they'll work a full-time job and then 2 days out of the week they'll run their card store and lose money. And they're telling themselves they're a businessman, but they just can't figure it out. So I think it's only a matter of time for RawrTCG to explode with his business. That's just my personal opinion. I do have a business degree in the background. Not the best Pokemon reseller, but I do know a little bit about business here.
And now that I have a scanner, which I will be releasing a video on, hopefully extremely soon.
What is that?
Actually,
a highly effective popular scanner for high volume Pokemon card listings on eBay, capable of digitizing both sides of cards in penny sleeves. Beautiful! If you're selling bulk, you have to invest in things that make it faster. That is the way you scale bulk. I love seeing this. I hate bulk. I'm still the anti-hero of bulk. I'm the enemy of bulk. Bulk hates me. I hate bulk. But if you're going to sell bulk, the fact that you're reinvesting in ways to make it suck less, amazing.
So the primary change here is the increased floor price on TCG Player, really throttling down the low-end bulk orders and really hyper-fixating on more of these other arms like eBay and my Rip and Ship. Another aspect of this is I'm going a lot harder into other TCGs as well. Again, just to reiterate, I'm not leaving bulk. It's just lower on the priority list, and I've got to make some shifts and changes to where I can really fixate and focus on the higher returning items.
And that sentence says it all, I think. When we start seeing people move bulk lower and lower on their priority list, I think they are one day closer to the eternal freedom of dropping bulk in its entirety and only doing higher leverage sales and doing things that make sense in their TCG and Pokemon business. My name's Happy Tiger Butt Cheeks, aka Happy Tiger Gaming. Please subscribe if you like these stupid videos. Okay, bye now, bye.